Hey everybody, it's Rory from ANSgear. We're going to take a look at the BT flashlight laser combo. So this is a two-in-one kind of setup. This has both the flashlight and the laser in it. It has a little on-off button that'll let you toggle between the two. So we'll open it up, put it on a gun so you can kind of see how it mounts up. What you're going to get inside, very, very basic instruction manual. Just basically tells you how to put the batteries in and how to turn it on and off. That's all you're going to get as far as instructions. Now we've got our laser flashlight here. Go ahead and pull it out, and then that's it. Nothing else inside there. The laser flashlight setup does not come with any batteries, so you are going to need to buy 3 AA batteries in order to make this work. We've got 2 different adjustments on it. We've got the tightening adjustment that is here, which is going to basically lock this down so that it doesn't move. And then we've got the adjustments for mounting it onto the rail system. The batteries are going to go inside the back cap. If we unscrew the back here, you can see that there's a little battery harness that does slide out. And this is where you're going to put your 3 AA's in, making sure that all your polarities line up properly. Otherwise, definitely will not work. So let's get our 3 batteries in. Slide it back in. We're just going to briefly turn it on so that we can make sure everything is working. Nope, looks like maybe I've got my batteries in backwards. So let's just open it up and make sure. We've got that one right. That one is definitely right. And that one is right. So let's just make sure that everything is touching where it should be. And we'll try again. All right, now we're ready to roll. All right, so we've got this little button here. It's going to be our toggle. Basically, we push it once. You can see that it toggles the laser. Might not be able to see it. There we go. Can't see it on the white here, but you can see it on my hand. And then if we push it again, that's going to turn our flashlight on. It is an LED flashlight, so it's a high intensity flashlight. Turn that off. So it does not have the ability to be on at the same time, so you can't have the laser and flashlight on at the same time. You can only toggle between the two. So when you go to mount it up, this right here, these screws, the thumb wheel works great if you are unscrewing. So if you are loosening these up, go ahead and use the thumb wheel. But if you're going to tighten them down, I recommend using a flathead screwdriver and getting it inside there and using the flathead slot to tighten it down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these all the way out. I found the easiest way to do it is to just back them all the way out. That way we can set up the rail adapter like we want it to in the position that we're looking for. And it's always just been easier for me to use a screwdriver. You can use your thumbs, but I like using the screwdriver. So we're going to just stick it on this JT eCast that we have right here. This will fit onto any kind of rail system. So I've got a rail mount that's on the underside of this that's going to line up perfectly. So first thing I want to do obviously is make sure that the setup is facing in the right direction that I'm looking for. So I want it to be facing forward. I don't want to throw this on here and then accidentally realize that I've mounted everything backwards. So I'm going to flip it over. We're going to do our mount right here. I'm going to get everything ready, kind of pre-mock it up, make sure that the way I'm setting it up, everything's going to tighten down and everything's going to fit right. I think that will work for me right there. I'm going to throw it on. All right, so now that I know where I want it to be, I'm going to go ahead and set it in, put my other side on, and then I'm going to grab my screws and start going to it. All right, so again, I'm going to use my flathead to start tightening that down. And once I've got it tight to the point where I think it's going to grip and hold just the way I want it, if you don't like the way that this looks as far as the screw head sticking out, what you can then do, let's see here, this screw hole is a little bit off, there we go. If you don't like the gap that you see, then what you can go ahead and do, like you can see this, there's a little bit of gap between where I've tightened everything down. You can then adjust that in, and it's going to look like you've tightened it up, and everything's going to be perfect on there. All right, so we've got that set up on there. We can flip it over. We can see that everything's mounted up. It's nice and solid. It's out of the way. That's the nice thing about having the rail system on the bottom. It kind of moves the whole flashlight system out of the way. And then we can go ahead and turn it on. Make sure everything's still working. Everything's good. So now we've got a setup with the Lazer flashlight system on the bottom and out of the way. You can go ahead and run. It's not going to get in the way of your hopper or your tank or anything like that. So if you're looking for a very universal mount setup, mounts to any kind of rail system, check this one out. This is the BT Flashlight Lazer Combo, available on the website. Order yours now at ANSgear.com.